I'm from India. I was born into a Christian family. My parents and my two sisters, we lived in a place called Kerala, and it's a beautiful place. My grandmother, who is my mother's mother, used to live with us. She used to work in an orphanage, but she used to come and stay with us when she used to have holidays. She also worked as a missionary, so she used to go to a lot of villages, and she used to take me with her on these mission trips. And for a little girl, it was the most exciting thing that could ever happen. And when I went to her on this mission trips, I noticed that there were a lot of women who needed a lot of medical care, and in the villages there were not many doctors and hospitals. She also mentioned about Ida Scudder, who was an American missionary who came about 100 years ago. One night that 3 men came in to ask for help from her father, but because he was a man and they wanted a woman to come and help out with their wives' deliveries. Unfortunately, these 3 women passed away in their labor, and that really touched her heart. So she went back to America, did her medical training, and came back and set up this wonderful college called Christian Medical College in Vellore. I used to be really inspired by this story, and by God's grace, it was a miracle, especially the fact that I got this seat in this medical college. It was an amazing experience because along with medicine, my medical teachers also, we had classes in the Bible, so it was a Bible college come medical college rolled into one. I spent about 5.5 years training over there, and as a part of my repaying the church, because they sponsored me, I had to go and work for their mission in their mission hospital. So it was an exciting time of my life where I went and worked in these mission hospitals where there was a lot of lack of facilities, and there was a lot of lack of specialty care as well. Where in some hospitals I would be the senior most doctor, and I had just done 3 years and finished my medical training 3 years ago. So sometimes I had to, go, and when I'm seeing a patient, I used to ask them to wait because I didn't know exactly what was wrong with them. Go to my room, read up, and come back and treat them. But you could see God's hand in every aspect of my life over there, because I worked with a lot of underprivileged women, and it was not just their medical problems. We also dealt with their social problems. So they would come and tell us all about their problems they had at home and the prejudices that they were facing. So I always wanted to work with underprivileged women. And when I came to UK, I noticed that there was not a lot of medical, care that was required. But, I went into the prisons and I found that there were a lot of underprivileged women over there. So every week I go into a local women's prison, and we do a lot of courses from our church, like the Alpha course and also the Purpose-Driven Life. And you could see the changes it brings into the life of the women who are there. I work as an anaesthetist for a few days in the hospital. So I'm a part-time anaesthetist, and my main thing that I do in the weekends is I go into the prisons and spend time with the prisoners. It's God's love that comes across in prison. People are attracted by God's love, and even the hardest hearts are broken. It's amazing, the people who are really hardened by the life they've led. The moment they come in contact with God's love, you always think, humanly it's impossible to change this person. And when you talk about God's love and the fact that they are lovable, that God loves you no matter who you are, it's amazing to see the change in these people, and that takes me back every time.